This is Two Skis Walk Into a R. I'm Ray.
And I'm Brian.
And in this little R vignette, we're going to talk about subsetting data. So you got a big old data frame and you need only a part of it for an analysis or something. And so how are you going to do that?
Yeah, this is a really useful feature of R.
I use it all the time.
I also use it all of the time.
Yep.
So let's start with some simple cases here about how to have a single condition in which we're going to subset our data frame.
Right. And so real quick, I'm going to reload my data and just show you this is some example data we created in a different vignette. And so you'll notice, let's start with the treatment column maybe.
I think that sounds
We've got
like that makes
control
sense.
and we've got nitrogen FERT. And so say we only wanted the control rows. How are we going to do that? I'm going to make a new little mini data frame called D that's going to be my subsetted data frame. You cool with that?
And so the function that we're going to use is actually called subset.
Hey. Okay.
And so the first term that we are going to put into our parentheses is...
It's an argument, technically. The first argument.
Let's put our first argument in there.
Come on, it's an argument.
Okay, let's have an argument, Ray.
All right.
Is our data frame.
Right. Cool. Okay.
And then the next argument that we're going to put into our parentheses will be the column where we want to subset that information.
Okay.
So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put the name of the column here. But how do we do that?
Wasn't there a names function? You just told me about this.
There is a names function. So if you use names of your object and you hit run, what you will see is it will give you the column names for the entire data frame.
Beautiful. So I want treatment in this case. So I'm going to double click that and then I'm going to use my shortcut key, Command C. If you're on a PC, it would be Control C. That copies it. And then I'm going to paste it in here, which is Command V. If you're on a PC, that's Control V. So treatment, and I want only where my treatment equals control.
So we need to use logical operators.
Oh, logical operators.
So this is going to be where we're going to have different conditions that we're going to select our information from. In this case, we want it to be equal to control. The biggest mistake that a student would make is they would use a single equal sign.
Oops, that would be a problem.
That would be a problem, and R would not be happy.
Yeah, if you're trying to do logical stuff and you want two things to be equal, it's equals equals. Equals equals. Got it. Okay, so let's just, I think this looks good. Let's give it a shot. Boom, and now let's see what D is looking like. Oh, look at that. We got just the controls.
Great.
That works.
Seemed to work.
What if we wanted everything but the controls? So not controls.
Yes.
That logical function is exclamation point equals.
You'll also see the exclamation point called bang. It happens all the time. It confused me for years.
Okay, good to know. So let's do not control. So I'm going to run that line now, and let's see what D. Oh yeah, look, it's everything that's not control. So that's cool. What if we wanted? No, we gotta get some numeric stuff for the other logical operators.
And so you'll notice here also that we know that control is text.
Yeah.
So we have to also have the quotation marks.
Oh yeah, let's try
around the control.
It's probably gonna freak out. Oh, error and blah 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 because control is not found. It thought it was supposed to be an object. If you want a string to be a string, it's got to be in quotes. Cool.
So yeah, let's try selecting some numeric text.
So biomass G, I know that. I'm going to copy that and paste that up here. And let's select all the columns where biomass is greater than 3. So if we look at our example data, it should select out this column and that column. No, sorry, this row and that row. Yeah. Precision of language.
Precision is nice.
Okay. So there we go. Let's look at what D is turned into. Oh yeah, look at that. It picked out those two rows.
That's great.
Fantastic. We could also do less than, which is just turn it the other way. And then we get all the guys that are smaller than 3. What if we wanted... Well, there's the equals one too. We should show them that.
Yeah, so maybe try 3.05. How about greater than or equals to?
Right, so that'd be greater than or equal to 3.05. Now if I run that, we should still get those same two that we got. Yep, that
exactly.
one and that one. Cool. And then not that, so if we wanted less than or equals to, then that would be that. Yep. Cool. What other logical operators? Is that all of them, pretty much?
I think that covers everything that we need for that little bit.
For this little bit. Cool.
So the greatest thing about subset as well is that you can really break your data set down as far as you need to. So you can use multiple arguments to be able to select for data that you're interested in.
So suppose if this is the full data set, suppose I wanted any control row that was less than 3. So ultimately we're going to want these two. I can combine those. So check this out. So I'm going to do less than, I'm going to change it to 3. But if I just do that, I'm going to get some of the nitrogen fertilization ones too.
Yeah, right? We don't want that.
We don't want that because I just said I want only the control stuff. So I'm crazy with parentheses. So I'm going to add parentheses there. I don't think it's technically necessary. But we want where biomass is less than 3 and where
the treatment
is equal to, remember, equal control. I think that's going to run.
I think that's going to run too.
Let's do it. Okay, let's see what happened. Oh, yeah, control, and we got the two ones that are less than 3. Cool. And you could even get more granular than that. You could put parentheses within your parentheses. You just got to be careful of where they're nested.
So you'll notice here that we have the biomass, which is going to be less than 3, and then we use the and symbol. This is also a logical operator.
Yeah. That means and.
So this means that one of the columns will have this condition and another column will have the other condition.
Right. And it's only going to return things that are true for both of those because it's and.
So if you go back to the data set that we created
the full
here.
one?
So what if we wanted to select for the condition of control and less than 3 but greater than 2? Ooh. We would only expect to see
this one,
that value right there.
Okay, so then in that case, I'm going to throw another parentheses on here just because I'm crazy. And
I think we're going to need to actually nest the parentheses to have the or symbol within that same parentheses of the biomass.
Really?
I believe so. We can give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh. So, and that, okay, yeah, let's just try it. So I'm going to say, wait a second. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, you're right. I'm screwing this up because I got ahead of. Okay, so we want it over here. We want biomass less than 3.
Or, which is going to be the large vertical line.
Right.
Which is usually on the top right of your keyboard.
Yeah, so there's the or symbol. And then another set of parentheses, or biomass underscore G.
Greater than 2.
Do we want an or do we want an and?
It's going to be an or because we're within the same column. So we are here with biomass.
I'm honestly confused.
It's okay.
Let's run this and see what happens.
And see what happens.
This is actually good. I screw stuff up all the time.
And that didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. But you just do it, and then you monkey with it till you get the response that you want. So less than 3 and greater than 2, I think that's what we want. So I'm going to stick an and there and run that, and let's see. Then we just got that one. Yeah. So, and truly, when I'm coding my own stuff, I just try what I think is right, look carefully at the results, and if it's what I think it's supposed to be, cool. If it's not, then I look for my mistakes.
Yeah, so a lot of R is trial and error. I've been using this program for over 10 years, and these are the small things that you might not remember, but don't let that discourage you. Just try a few things. You're not going to break your computer.
Exactly. You're not going to break your computer. That's the upshot. Cool. So you can imagine elaborating on this in all kinds of ways. I very often use subsetting in loops, which hopefully we'll get to make a little vignette about loops. But yeah.
And I use subsetting often as well when I have a large data set with multiple aspects of a project where I collected a bunch of data, and I just want to take a small little chunk to run an ANOVA or a linear regression. This is really great for doing those kind of things.
Bingo. Cool. Let's stop talking about it.